Hello everybody. Going to be doing stuff today. Let me check that the stream is actually up. Yeah, here we go. Alright. Let's get back into it, shall we? That was my phone. Welcome back, everybody. We're gonna play as Phoenix today, which is very fun. Playing as Edgeworth was fun as well, but, you know, it's good to be back. Not Hottie Clinic. I'm still up at this hour reading through the trial record of a certain case. It's the first case of my mentor, Mia Fey. It's the first case my mentor, Mia Fey, had ever handled in a court of law. The horrifying truth that I refuse to accept is holding me hostage here within its pages. Dahlia Hawthorne. What I have read, I don't want to believe. What is written here, this isn't the Dahlia I knew. After falling into Eagle River, I was somehow miraculously saved. But I ended up catching a cold that seemed to knock me around the world and back. I feel dizzy, my ears are ringing, my throat burns, and my head is on fire. But I will recover. I have to recover by this afternoon. I don't think that's how that works, Phoenix. I have to meet with the most ill-tempered witness imaginable. But I know that he will be able to help me with him, somehow. Very sweet. Very sweet that he trusts Edgeworth that much. And you're going back here? After you caught a cold? Right. Are you sure you're well enough to be doing this? You still look a little green in the face. Or maybe Viridian in artist speak. Actually, my fever has gone down quite a bit. Well, yes, you're in the freezing cold, of course you would be freezing. How's your temperature now? Only 102? No! What the fuck? Nothing to worry about! Phoenix! Phoenix, you should have stayed at the hospital! That's still deadly! Anyway, I read today's trial record. You weren't bad, Edgeworth. Pretty impressive despite the circumstances. We're not in the clear yet. The main point of contention tomorrow is going to be the murder weapon. Yeah. In the end, the Shishishito did not deliver the deadly blow. Which means there must be another sword hiding out there that we don't know about. Another sword, huh? Don't you worry about a thing, pal. I'll dig up the murder weapon myself or I'll eat my coat. Thanks again, Edgeworth. I'll handle things from here. He'd probably eat his coat anyway, because, you know, he's poor. I mean, sorry to make that joke. That is probably for the best. Actually, I was thinking about paying the old precinct a little visit. There's something I want to look into. And that is our client's background, naturally. You mean Iris, sir? I had the feeling that we've met before. All I want is confirmation, one way or the other. And since I probably won't be getting that from you, I'm sorry, Edgeworth. I bid you adieu, right? Take care. They know each other so well. Guess I should get moving too. Why? Do you need to be somewhere? Yeah, I've got to get to work on this bridge, pal. I'm rigging something up so we can get across to the other side. He's so inventive. Ah, that's right. Maya's still stuck over at the inner temple. But don't you worry, pal. As soon as it's all set, you'll be the first to know. It's a slingshot. Wait, what? Ah! Thank you, Gumshoe. No problem, pal. Just try not to give me that coffee use, okay? Alright, I'm off. Hang in there, Maya. We'll get you out. I promise. But in the meantime, I've got to continue collecting evidence. That thing looks like it's ready to collapse, at least more than it did before. According to Bikini, Eagle Mountain is very prone to earthquakes. Which reminds me, if my memory serves me correctly, Edgeworth isn't exactly a fan of earthquakes. That's an understatement! That is a fucking understatement. Come on, please! It's for art's sake, I swear! There's only one guy I know who could be this persistent and high-strung. I'm talking about the heroine here! The heroine in my book! It'll make you famous! Ah! Enough. A fool's fool fools fools who foolishly accept the foolishness of a fool's fool. Wouldn't you agree, Phoenix Wright? Huh? Me? Wait a second. I know you. You're, ow! Your reflexes and mine need to shape up. My brain is frying like a sunny side up and you want to grill me over a name? Francie, you can't do that. Even as we speak, Nick's on the brink of death. Or so I'm told. Whip a dead horse. Isn't that one of your American sayings? No, it's not. And I'm not on the brink of anything. Come on, Nick. Tell her, would you? Tell her she needs to model for my new picture book, Francie's Whippity Whip Trip. What the hell? Ugh! Before you ask me to model, at least learn to at least give semi-coherent testimony. And before that, you'll have to learn how to live a semi-coherent life, Larry. But I don't care what anyone says. I'm telling the truth. I saw what I saw. She flew, I'm telling you. Whoosh! Just like that dude with the red underwear. Superman reference in my Ace Attorney game? More likely than you think. Don't think I'm gonna forgive you guys when you come crawling back to apologize. Off he goes. It's amazing how little has changed with you in the past year, Phoenix Wright. Have you been in Germany all this time? That's right. Extending my perfect win record, naturally. Oh joy, sounds like she hasn't changed a bit. Has it really been a year since we first met? The gang's all here! I am Franziska von Karma, the prodigy, with a capital P, just so you know. I see. I gave up a promising career in Germany and came to this country for one sole reason. Revenge. Franziska was born and raised in Germany and became a prosecutor at the age of 13. Her father was the legendary prosecutor Manfred von Karma. He had a perfect win record for 40 long years. But now he is gone from this world. Don't tell me you still hold a grudge against me because of what happened to your father. Phoenix Wright, you will fall before me. This I promise. But it will be for my sake, not my father's. Are we clear? Yes, crystal. In truth, I was shocked. I came back to America with the intention of defeating you. Instead, it was my little brother who was leading the defense. Edgeworth. Come to think of it, Edgeworth was pulled into being a prosecutor by Manfred von Karma as well. Miles Edgeworth told me something very interesting, you know. He said this case has a special significance to you. Because it does. And that's precisely why I am here. Your personal involvement will make crushing you into teensy-weensy pieces all the better. It's probably the fever, but she's so openly hostile that it's almost kinda cute. Ow! No smirking! No whipping the stick! That foolish fool doing such a foolish favor for such a foolishly foolish fool. Edgeworth. Make no mistake, Phoenix, one thing only. To pulverize you. It's not like I thought you were here to bring me some cold killer X, you know. I went over the whole case file on the flight over. You read the whole thing? Yes. Every last word of every last sentence of every last paragraph. All the ridiculous things you did made it a very interesting read, you know. Attempting to cross a burning bridge. Did you even consider the dangers? No. The only thought in my mind was, I have to get across. A fool who doesn't think is more foolish than a fool who foolishly thinks. Gumshoe said he'd let me know once the bridge was repaired. Maya, she's got to be okay, I just know it. Plus, I need to ask her about what really happened at the Inner Temple that night. That was one long sigh. Sister Bikini? My, I didn't know you were here. How are you doing? You don't have to pretend to be in a good mood for my sake. I suppose I've made a terrible mess of things, haven't I? I let Mystic Elise die, and then there's Iris as well. Mystic Elise? Now that I think about it... There's an acolyte stuck at the Inner Temple, and that poor little girl has gone missing too. That little girl? You don't mean Pearls, do you? Yes, I'm afraid I do. She hasn't been seen since the morning after the incident. Pearls? She's missing? Why didn't anyone tell me about this? I need to go look for her. I feel like I'm going all over the place. This is where Sister Bikini witnessed the incident. It's hard to imagine she was lying on the stand, so maybe there are some clues that have yet to be found. Lower. Shishido. What's this? Mistinum's staff. I definitely remember there being a crystal sphere on there. I guess Larry eventually found the sphere near the foot of Dusky Bridge, but what was it doing all the way out there? The Shishido. It's right there in Mystic Ami's right hand. But it was proven in court today that it wasn't the murder weapon. Given the design, it must have been used for some pretty gruesome things in the past. Main gate is on the... That's how steep the hillside is, and also the height the body fell from, according to the autopsy. Is it possible she was pushed from the top of the wall? Maybe. Yeah. Looks like no one's here. Larry! Boris! I was sure he'd be hiding here. Guess I'll try again later. Look at this graffiti scrawled right on the front of the shack. At least he managed to get a pretty good likeness. When I really think about it, I guess art kind of suits him. I mean, his very existence is an art of sorts. Lamau. Where am I supposed to go? Oh, I was ahead. Alright, talk to Bikini, yeah. I must be getting old. I think I've seriously lost faith in myself. Are you talking about your performance at the trial today? You believe me, don't you? I'm not a liar. I would never lie. I know what I saw. I saw Iris pull that sword from Mystic Aunt Elise's body that night. I'm certain of it. At least I was until this morning. I don't see any psyche locks, so she must be telling the truth. So why are you so unsure of yourself all of a sudden? Oh yeah, he did give it back to us, okay. You know that artist who testified after me? I saw her flying, her white hood fluttering. I felt like I might start flying myself. When I saw that man testify so fervently about something so impossible, I started to wonder if I had acted just like him when I was on the witness stand. I wouldn't take that guy too seriously. He's an artist, but all he draws is trouble, and nothing else. If both Bikini and Larry are telling the truth, that can only mean one thing. They both didn't see what they think they saw. On the night of the incident, you met Iris at the inner temple. Is that correct? That's right. I'm sure it was Iris. But Iris claims she was up in her room in Hazakura Temple. I knew I shouldn't have come back here that night. But because you did, Maya is stuck all by herself at the inner temple. I am so sorry. Drafts in that place are nothing to shake a stick at. Winter is especially bad. I'll bet. The training hall looks like it's about to fall down at any second. Eagle Mountain has always been prone to earthquakes, just so you know. Earthquakes? Yes, I wouldn't be surprised if the next big one levels the training hall. We've got to get Maya out of there. Fast. But still, there's really no need to worry. That area on the other side of Dusky Bridge is isolated like an island. It's like an island? How so? Well, the only thing on that side of the bridge is the inner temple. No one lives out there, and it's surrounded on all sides by the river or the forest. I see. So a criminal would be trapped to flee in that direction. And as long as the bridge is out of commission, he or she will have to stay there. That means Maya could be stuck out there with a murderer and with no way of escape either. Oh dear! Yes, I suppose it does! Please, Gumshoe, get that bridge up faster! I'm curious about a few things, if you don't mind answering some questions. Oh? Do you need to know my measurements for your investigation or something? No. No. I want to know a little more about the victim, Miss Elise Donim. I'm afraid I don't know her waist size, or her bust size for that matter. No, I'm wondering why she came to stay in a place like this to begin with. I mean, she told us herself that she wasn't here for spiritual training. My. You make it sound like this place is some sort of dump, Mr. Wright. Mystic Elise was here to soak up the natural beauty of Eagle Mountain, if you must know. There, you did it again. Sister Bikini, I noticed you always refer to Miss Donim as Mystic Elise. Oh? Yes. Now, why is that? After all, she's not here as an acolyte. We address all our visitors as Mystic. It makes their experience feel authentic. Oh, does it now? Also, hi everybody. And anyway, she's older than me. You must respect your elders, you know. How do you know that? How can you say for sure that she's older than you? Damn it! Phoenix, it's obvious! She's Misty Faye! It seems Miss Elise Donim was no ordinary visitor after all. And there's Pearls. She was with Miss Donim on the evening of the murder, and now she's vanished. It's all got to be connected somehow. Why did Pearls have to get mixed up in this mess? Please, Mr. Wright, I know you're worried, but try to keep it together. Oh, man. My head's throbbing so bad it's killing me. Pearls, she was with Miss Donim on the night of the murder, remember? Yes, but I have a temple to run, you know. I was busy preparing for the training. I didn't see the little darling even once after we'd finished eating dinner. The murder. It didn't take place right in front of her innocent eyes, did it? According to the detective, she hasn't turned up at her home either. Come on, keep calm. There's one place left where Pearls could be. She just has to be there. Come on, Gumshoe, tell me you'll be done with the repairs soon. Hey! What was that jarring, inconsiderately loud yell? So this is where you've been. Keeping nice and warm, I see. Detective, have you finished the bridge? Yeah, I did. I told you I'd let you know. Well. Then I'll come with you, and... Sorry, ma'am. No unauthorized entry. Access is restricted to people involved in the case. What was that? I'm involved, aren't I? You couldn't get much more involved than me. Well, yeah. But that's not what I meant. It's been a while, Scruffy. It's... Miss Fong... Karma! Sister, please leave the investigation to me. My. Well, you certainly seem to have everything under control. I am on your side. I won't do anything you don't want me to. As you work to pin the guilt on Iris. What are you daydreaming about, Phoenix Wright? Ow, that hurts, you know. Silence! I, Francisca von Karma, will personally guide you through your investigation. So you will follow me. She's not seriously going to follow me around, is she? That's gonna be fun. Things have certainly become a lot more hectic than before. They must have commenced with the investigation. Oh! Mr. Nick! That voice! Pearls! Mr. Nick! Mr. Nick! So she was trapped. So you were here ever since that night. I was so lonely I thought I was going to die. When I woke up in the morning and saw that Dusky Bridge was gone, I realized I was all alone. She was all alone? It must have been very trying for you, little girl. Ah! You're... I am Francisca von Karma, the prodigy. There's no need to worry now that I'm here. You're the prosecutor who was so mean to Mystic Maya last year. Well... I don't like you. You're nothing but a little girl without your whip. Oh. Mystic Maya didn't do anything wrong, but you were so mean. I'll never forgive you. I don't know how to handle children. It looks like Pearls' words are getting under her skin. Yow! Why are you whipping me? I didn't even say anything. You didn't have to. The smile on your lips gave you away. He's just very expressive. Anyway... Pearls? Weren't you with Maya? I'm sorry. It's all my fault. Huh? What are you talking about, Pearls? Mystic Maya! Hey, wait, Pearls! She just ran off. Ow! That was cruel, Phoenix Wright. To make a little girl cry like that is inexcusable. What's that all about? Pearls is acting like that. It's giving me the creeps. Guess I better take another look around since I finally got the chance. Especially since something about this place seems different than from 2 days ago. Let's just go here. Oh no, there's a psyche lock on that door. What's wrong? Why are you so quiet? Maya, she was supposed to be in here for training. Yet it appears she's nowhere to be seen. What's that? That strange lock. It wasn't there 2 days ago. This whole room is really giving off some strange vibes. What do you think this yellowish poster is, Phoenix Wright? It's a scroll, not a poster. It's a picture of a woman who's actually... A woman? I don't see any woman here. There's a different atmosphere in this room since the last time I was here. No, it's not a different atmosphere. It's a different smell. It's definitely not curry. It's gravy! What's the matter? This scroll, it's been completely covered in gravy. Ah, yes, there is a very appetizing smell in the air. But gravy is a type of sauce. So when you run out of paint, you Americans use gravy as a substitute, I see. No, no one does that. For starters, it stinks. This must be the gravy that we had with the roast on the night of the incident. But why would anyone do this? Why this scroll? Misty face images obscured by gravy. Alright, let's see the psyche lock. This door. When I was here 2 days ago, that weird lock wasn't on it. Those chains. It's almost as if they're guarding something inside that cavern. I've never seen a lock quite like this before. I have. I've seen locks and chains just like this before. They look just like the ones that guard a person's secrets during a psyche lock. I wonder if this lock is guarding something too. Dark secrets in a dark cavern. What took you so long? I thought even you'd managed to get here faster than this, Mr. Trite. Prosecutor Godot! I didn't know you were here. Prosecutor? How come you didn't show up at the trial today? I could ask you the exact same question. Huh? But I had a cold, so I had something slightly more important than a common cold to deal with. The importance of which is something you have no hope of ever understanding. Enough! I believe I have the measure of you. You are the very worst kind of prosecutor. What could be more important than a trial? Who's the wild mare, Trite? This is Miss Von Karma. She was the acting prosecutor in your absence today. Well, I guess I owe you one then. But you can go now, Princess. It's time for the big boys to take the reins. No, let her stay! She deserves to stay.
Just who do you think you are? This case is mine.
Hey, Philly. Know your role and shut your mouth. I can't stand women like you.
He is not a feminist at all.
Only going to see this once, Lady von Whippingberg. Go home.
Phoenix, Wright?
What are you hitting me for? You deserve more cracks to the whip than that, Trite.
What?
You still don't get it, do you? You don't realize that you've set something in motion that you'll never be able to undo. There's something different about Godot today. I'm getting such a strong sense of something from behind that mask of his. Is it anger? Or is it sorrow? You had some important business and that's why you weren't in court, huh? So what was it? I told you once before, but perhaps you don't remember. I've returned from the depths of hell to do battle with you. You see, Trite, I've experienced something most have not. Death. You died? Of course, being extradited from hell is a tedious affair. Meticulous regeneration and adjustment of all your internal organs is, well, let's just say modern medicine allows us all to live to a ripe old age. Even someone like me. So, you mean, that mask you wear is this ugly device? I promise it's not a fashion statement, my unenlightened friend. Without this, I can't see your frequently dumbfounded face. I didn't know. My eyesight is pretty messed up. Even with these huge goggles on my head, I still can't see everything. Still, I keep this worn-out piece of junk of a body going with regular servicing.
I'm sorry, but you say you experienced death. How is that possible? What happened?
Well, you see, on August 27th, I was poisoned by, this doofus's girlfriend at the time. Why don't you ask him?
Huh? Me?
Yeah, Trite. You should know all about it. You know how my life ended, and who ended it for me.
Well, Phoenix Wright, do you?
I don't know what he's talking about. He's a mysterious figure, that's for sure. Although, to be honest, I do feel a little tug at the corner of my memory. I think I do know about how Godot was killed. It will all become clear in due time. Isn't that right, Trite? Earlier, you said I've done something I can never undo. What did you mean by that exactly? The inner temple here on the side of Dusky Bridge is an isolated island. That's what Sister Bikini said too. And I wonder, Trite, do you know what the police are doing here today? What do you mean? They're searching. Searching for any trace of an acolyte who went missing. Missing? As leader of the search party, I can tell you this with absolute certainty. Maya Fey is not on this side of Dusky Bridge. Huh? But that's impossible! She came here that night and... I won't say it again. The chances of her being here are nil. Excluding, of course, one very unique place. One? Where is that? The Sacred Cavern, the entrance of which we are standing at right now. This is the only place that the search party has yet to explore. You could very easily just get some bolt cutters and... So they haven't searched that cavern yet, huh? Be aware, though, that the temperature inside frequently falls below freezing. Even if she were in there, the chances of her being found alive are slim at best.
No!
Which means, Trite, that you sent Maya Fey to her death.
You fool! If that's the situation, then why aren't you in there with the search party right now?
Do you not see the giant lock on the door? You must have blinders on, my equestrian angel. Don't you see the big lock and chains? It's a trick lock. I'm making preparations to open it as we speak.
Can't you just get some bolt cutters? I've said this before, but like, come on.
Well, Trite, once again, a woman dies because of you.
Oh, man.
Oh, man. Once again? What are you talking about? Don't tell me you've forgotten. It was only 2 years ago, after all, when the last unfortunate woman died because of you. Because of me? Look, he wasn't there in time! I promise you I promise you it was unintentional, though. And do you know who that was? It was Mia Fey's sister. That's right, Mia Fey. Mia? You killed her. No, that's not how it was. It was 2 years ago. Mia Fey was pursuing someone, a man. But she bit off more than she could chew. She made a very dangerous enemy. Yeah, that's one case I'll never forget. But I got that guy, personally. Sure, Miss Fey's murderer was caught, but that won't bring her back. Well, no, but you were with her at the time. You and no one else. It was your responsibility. You should have protected her. You're getting your facts wrong. I was not there when she was killed, okay? You say Mia Fey was your teacher. Well, then I'd say you've learned nothing. Trite. You robbed her of her life, and now you've let her sister suffer the same fate. I haven't sentenced Maya to death. No. Okay, so what about this trick lock? What is this peculiar-looking lock? Why don't we just break it open? It would be a simple matter of... I'm afraid we can't do that. This area has always been prone to earthquakes. The repeated tremors have weakened the foundations of the training hall. Any excessive force used to break the lock open would... Well, let's just say the inner temple and the sacred cavern would be a thing of the past.
Very well. Then dare I suggest the obvious solution of opening it with a key?
Sure. Just show me where the keyhole is on this trick lock.
There's no keyhole?
That's right. An interesting puzzle, huh?
This reminds me of a puzzle.
The person who set this lock is the only one who can open it.
Then who was it?
Simple. The accused.
What? Iris?
When an acolyte undergoes training inside the sacred cavern, the attending sister is responsible for locking the entrance. Obviously, the night of the murder was no exception. Mia Fey was to train and mentioned it a number of times now that I think about it. She said that Iris was left in charge of supervising the early stages of the training. So Iris, the accused, is the only one who can open this lock. I've arranged for her to be brought here now. Iris is the only person who can open this lock. I hope she gets here soon. Hang on in there, Maya. We'll get you out. So, I should be getting back to work. Wait, Godot! How sure about Maya are you? There's no doubt in my mind. She's in the sacred cavern somewhere. It's the only place she could be. You'd better start praying. You'd better pray that friend of yours brings the accused back here soon. Edgeworth? Listen up, Trite. There's only one thing I want to say to you before I go. I'll never accept you. Never. You should choose your friends more carefully. Phoenix Wright. 1 second, I got a cough. There we go. That's what everyone says. Looks like I don't have much of a choice. Guess I'll just have to do what I can for now. No? Oh. That incinerator. The door is also open, almost like it's begging me to look inside. Well, let's see what stunning clue is revealed here, shall we? Concealed in here, shall we? Huh? It's empty! How naive of you, Phoenix Wright. But it's a bit strange, don't you think? Franziska von Karma. I seem to remember. Oh yeah, it was closed and it was covered in snow. There was snow on this incinerator the first time I saw it. I didn't notice that at all. In other words, someone's been using it to burn something recently. Listen, Phoenix Wright. It's important to call people by their full name, says you. I was only copying you. I don't know. Should I or shouldn't I? It sounds like someone's talking to himself, but where's that coming from? Oh, it's Gumshoe. Yeah, I guess I better wash that off. That's what I'll do. No, but I can't do that. I'm a detective. Ah, my brain, this is driving me nuts. Ah!
Is something troubling you, Scruffy?
Please don't whip me all of a sudden like that, sir.
It was merely a simple greeting, a friendly tap on the shoulder with my whip.
So, what's up, Gumshoe? Is something on your mind? How did you know, pal?
Perhaps you were trying to decide if you wanted to wash that off or not?
How did you know, sir? You were mumbling to yourself. Oh yeah, nearly forgot. You can't go through that little gate there, okay? You mean the one that says no entry on it? I, kinda already snuck in there. Is he trying to be clever or something?
So what's behind there, Scruffy?
Huh? Kinda garden-like garden. A garden. Yeah, anyway, it's under investigation. I'm not telling you. I'm asking you. You got me? Isn't it normally the other way around? Well, see you later. Well, now I really want to go in.
So, shall we adjourn to this garden, Phoenix Wright?
Of course. What else will we do? I really want to know what Gumshoe was thinking of washing off. Let's check out. Let's go in the garden. You'll find something waiting. Holy shit.
There's a strange feeling in the air. I wonder what it is.
Maybe the fact that Maya is written on the thing in blood. Strange feeling. Forget about that. What's that strange writing on the stone lantern? Huh? What are you doing here, sir? I thought I said you can't come in here.
Don't you know, Scruffy? A Von Karma will always show up wherever there is a clue. And there are plenty of clues to be found here.
But... Okay, we gotta look at this. What the heck is that? Uh-oh. You spotted it, huh, pal? Are you kidding me? It couldn't be more obvious.
It says, Maya.
Yeah, and before you ask, it's written in blood.
You will answer all our questions now, Scruffy, without exception.
Yes, sir.
Okay, but first, what is this?
There's a charm or something poking out from the snow. It looks pretty old. There's a leather cord tied to it, too. Apparently, it belonged to the victim.
To Miss Elise O'Nim.
Yeah, there was a broken leather cord around the lady's neck. The ends of the cords found on both the victim and on this charm match exactly. Sounds to me like this little trinket is going to be my ticket to getting some very big answers. Curate Master's talisman added to the court record! Hell yeah. Okay, so what's with this around the thing? Well, this is odd. There's no snow on the ground here. And it's an almost perfect rectangle. It couldn't have happened naturally.
Yes, it appears as though someone has carefully cleaned away the snow. No doubt it was you, wasn't it, Scruffy?
Huh? No, it wasn't me, sir. It was already like that when my men and I got here to start the investigation. If it wasn't the police, then who did it? Oh yeah, there's something I need to tell you. Just between the three of us, okay?
What is it?
It's top secret. You can't tell anyone, got it?
Understood.
Well, when I was a kid, I got knocked out of the local wrestling contest, you see. I was so disappointed I just picked up my mouth guard and cried all the way home. Man, I got in so much trouble when I left it on the couch.
Is that it?
That's it. Ah! Whoever cleared the snow away must have had a reason. Though I can't even begin to imagine what that reason could be. So, how's the Inner Temple investigation going? We had the best forensic team in the world working the place.
Forensic team? And what was the outcome of the scientific study?
Nothing. Scientifically speaking, the place is as clean as a whistle.
That's simply not good enough, Scruffy. Do you think I'll let you get away with that?
Uh-oh. Please don't tell me Emma's on that team, as a protege of one of them or something. Well, there were a couple of things that bothered me when I first got here, sir. That stone lantern and the surrounding area that's not covered in snow, correct? They looked kind of fishy to me, you know, scientifically speaking. So I got the lab boys to look them over. The results were... it's kind of hard to say, actually. I guess I better look into them myself. About Maya. Oh, did Mr. Godot tell you yet? Yes, we heard. He's got a search party looking out for her. But there's nowhere else she could have disappeared to on this side of Dusky Bridge. And all we can do is wait for Mr. Edgeworth to get here, pal. Edgeworth? He's escorting Iris, the defendant, over here. We'll have to wait, since she is the only one who can open the door to the sacred cavern. Oh, I think Mr. Edgeworth wants to talk to you about something too, pal. Huh? I wonder what it is. Just don't be expecting any good news when you talk to him, sir. When I spoke to him, Mr. Edgeworth sounded so down I felt like I was drowning. Sounds pleasant. So about this bloody writing? Maya. So these letters are written in blood. Yeah. What's worse is it's the victim's blood. Of course it's her blood. Huh? This is Miss Donim's blood? We haven't done a detailed analysis yet, but it's looking that way, pal. Great. Most interesting. Phoenix Wright. I presume you know, don't you? Why Maya's name is written upside down. You know what? That was really bothering me too. But I just came up with the answer. The result of my own special gumshoe investigation. Really? Do tell. Well, on the night of the murder, that stone lantern was upside down. Anyway, there's really only one logical explanation to this mystery. Miss Elise Donim wrote these letters herself, in her own blood. You must be joking. That's impossible. Getting accused for, like, the third time in a row? From the writing in the victim's blood and the other clues left behind, it seems pretty likely that this garden was the scene of Miss Elise Donim's murder. At least that's our current theory on how the events took place, pal. What? True crime scene? True crime. So Miss Donim was killed here? However you want to look at it, that's what people are saying now. Then what Sister Bikini saw in the courtyard at the main temple was... Well, what was it? If that wasn't the scene of the crime, what did she see? What do you think, Miss Von Karma? Surely a special gumshoe investigation would reveal the answer, no? But wait a sec, the bloody writing and all the other clues here. Someone could have easily set them all that up after the murder, right? Sorry, but that's not an option, pal. Why not? How quickly you'll forget, Phoenix Wright? Ever since the incident occurred, this place has been completely inaccessible. Because Dusky Bridge was completely burned out. I was overseeing repairs to the bridge the whole time. No one came over here before me and my men. Which means no one could have planted all this stuff here, pal. I can't think of a counter-argument to that. I knew it. I should have washed the blood off the lantern as soon as I got here. If this really was the scene of the crime, then I need to figure out exactly what it was that Bikini actually saw. It seems you have a visitor. Oh, hi, Iris. Mr. Wright. Iris, I'm really glad to see you. Godot managed to mobilize the police by claiming a state of emergency. Not him again. Never mind him. We've got to hurry and unlock the sacred cavern. I'm sorry, Mr. Wright. It's my fault someone so important to you is locked in there. Mr. Edgeworth, can we finish our conversation later? Alright. Let's hurry to the inner temple then. I'll see you later, Wright. Hold it! Wait, Edgeworth! I'm coming with you guys! Sorry, Wright. I can't allow you to come with us. What? I hate to be the one to break it to you, but Maya Fey is in a rather delicate position. What do you mean by a delicate position? Well, this isn't simply a rescue operation, right? It's also an investigation. That being the case, we can't allow members of the public to interfere. Come on, Edgeworth. If anything happens, you'll be the first to know. Please understand, Wright. But it's Maya! Mr. Wright, all that matters is that Mystic Maya is rescued, correct? Listen to the voice of reason for a change, Phoenix Wright. From now on, consider anything beyond Dusky Bridge to be off limits. We'll be going now. Excuse us.
Ah! This is no time to be standing around, Phoenix Wright. Aren't there other things that demand your attention?
She's right. Thanks for reminding me. Sister Bikini looks like she's shrunk some since I last saw her.
Oh yeah. Fun fact, the only reason she's so short is because they were literally running out of space for the GBA cartridge. Don't be so rude, Phoenix Wright. What's wrong, Sister Bikini? My. Hello, you two. How are you doing?
From the sound of that sigh, I guess she's still pretty down.
Iris was just here, you know. She was accompanied by that handsome, crimson-clad prince.
Is she talking about Edgeworth?
It's really more of a magenta than a crimson, but okay. It was just a courtesy call. I wasn't allowed to talk with her at all. Oh dear, it's all my fault that this has happened. Poor Iris. She was worried about my back, would you believe it? What have I done to her?
Only what you had to do, sister.
You bravely and truthfully testified about what you saw. There's no shame in that. And we'll see to it that your testimony wasn't made in vain. Well, I don't hear anyone else saying that. Mr. Blue Suits doesn't seem to share your opinion, I see. Huh? Me? Ah! Glare. I love that they just have glare in asterisks. It's so silly.
Oh, yes. You did great, Sister Bikini. Absolutely spectacular!
You two are the only ones who have said that to me.
I can't shake the feeling that I just became a shill to a shrew.
Do you have a problem, Phoenix Wright?
Sure, she was brave to testify so truthfully like that, but I know she's still hiding something. Guess it's time to break those psyche locks of hers. Okay, let's do this.
Take that!
Oh, this is gonna be easy. Sister Bikini, the truth is becoming increasingly clear to me. I'm convinced that Miss Elise Donim had a special significance to this temple. As to why she had a special significance, I believe it has to do with her true identity.
What on earth are you talking about? She was... Mystic Elise was an author. Just an author. Of picture books.
To be honest, I had my suspicions almost immediately after I met her.
Suspicions?
Yes, but I didn't have any evidence to support my theory, though. But now I do. This piece of evidence proves Miss Elise Donim's true identity. She's Misty Faye, obviously. Miss Donim had this charm with her at all times.
Ah, where did you...
This isn't some cheap good luck charm, either.
Then, what do you think it is, Mr. Wright? What could a talisman like that possibly mean?
Looks like it splits in half. It's a talisman, is it? Interesting. Oops! This thing speaks volumes about who Miss Donim really was. This talisman and one other item unequivocally prove Miss Donim's true identity.
Take that!
The painting is obscured by this gravy stain at the moment, but... this scroll shows the master of the Curain channeling technique. Notice that they didn't cover the, crest at the top. Is a sign of that honorable title. Adorns the talisman the victim carried with her.
Huh!
This crest is reserved for the master of Curain.
Who on earth told you that nonsense? I've got no idea what you're talking about.
The new master Maya Fey told me.
What? You mean that acolyte is Misty Faye's
daughter? Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes. In fact, since her eldest daughter passed away, Maya is Misty Faye's sole successor.
Mystic Misty! Okay, so that's all of them, wow.
I'm so used to saying Mystic Maya in the Pearl voice that Mystic Elise graced us with her presence about a week ago. She showed me the talisman with that mark on it. Well, I nearly fainted. No one had seen her since she disappeared 17 years ago, after all. It
What is the significance of this talisman, sister? The Curain talisman? It's the symbol of the Master of Curain. The bearer must carry it with them always until their death. Until their death? So Elise Nim was really Maya's mother, huh? She was Misty Faye, the master of the Curain channeling technique. The truth comes out at last. It looks like we're making some headway here. Tell me, sister, after 17 years, why did she choose to show herself now? Because something happened that called her out of hiding. What happened? Well... Oh shit, it's an earthquake! What's happening? It can't be... Earthquake! Huh! Oh my goodness, the inner temple! This kind of tremor might... The inner temple! The sacred cavern in the training hall might very well cave in. What? Maya! Maya! It seems to have passed. Well, we can't just stand here and do nothing. Let's go! What? Where? To the inner temple, of course. Where else? Sister Bikini, we'll finish this later, alright? Of course. You run along now. People may have been hurt. I must get some first aid kits ready. Come on then, Phoenix Wright. They won't bar you from entering as long as I'm with you. Thank you. Right at that moment, I had the worst feeling in my gut. We just had an earthquake. I wonder if he's alright. You look worried. Are you thinking about Miles Edgeworth? Come on, let's go. Wait, wrong place, damn it! 1 second. We've gotta hurry to the inner temple and... Right! What are you doing here? How could I have... How do you expect us to understand if you don't speak up? Yo! Hey, why am I the one getting whipped? She's gone. No, the defendant, Iris, she's gone. Gone where? She fled, she escaped. What? So, it was just now, during the... It's easy to see Edgeworth's one and only weakness, his fear of earthquakes. I should have known better than to escort the defendant alone. As soon as the ground started shaking, everything went dark before my eyes, and I stupidly passed out. That incident haunts you to this day, doesn't it? Come on, show the picture. Suspect, get away. I can't believe I let it happen. Right, the inner temple area is a dead end, so she could have only escaped this side. We haven't seen her. Then we need to get a manhunt underway now and search Eagle Mountain top to bottom. Wait, Edgeworth. Have you thoroughly checked the inner temple yet? Don't be ridiculous. Why would I? The inner temple is like an island. There's no way to escape but to cross. No, that's not it. Iris isn't the type of person to run away, Edgeworth. What are you talking about? Sister Bikini mentioned something when we were with her. She said that the sacred cavern might have caved in because of the quake. Then you think Iris might have gone to the inner temple to check on the situation? Listen, Edgeworth, I'm sure she's at the inner temple. A manhunt is not necessary. Right. Let's not waste any more time. We need to get to the training hall's sacred cavern now. Alright, let's go. Fortunately, the sacred cavern hadn't caved in. But what we found was something none of us could have ever expected. 5 psyche locks. Baby! She added more? How can there be even more locks? What is the meaning of this? Iris? Iris, please tell me. What the hell is going on? Let him say fuck. Let Phoenix Wright say fuck. Come on. Let Phoenix Wright say fuck. Campaign. Right. Is this what Godot was talking about? Yeah, the trick locks. Now then, Iris, please remove these at once. Mr. Edgeworth, afraid I can't. It's not possible for me. What?
During the earthquake, when the cavern was in danger of caving in, Iris escaped. And I know that there was only one lock when I last came here.
So you're saying that you can't undo the new locks?
Yes. If only I was stronger.
Edgeworth, how are you feeling? You look a little pale in the face. Like you're one to talk with your face all green. Miles Edgeworth, go and get some air. I'll watch over the suspects. You go and get a grip on yourself. Don't be ridiculous. I'm perfectly... There's no telling what sort of mistakes you could make in your current state. Go and get some rest. That's your only concern now, Miles Edgeworth. She loves him so much. She cares for him so much.
Understood. I'll handle the investigation in the garden. You take care of things here. Edgeworth. He's got so much pride that he's probably off crying in a corner of the garden.
Pride is simply another trap that hinders us in our lives. That said, one must have pride to be effective on the job. At any rate, it seems that this is where we part ways, Phoenix Wright. I'm going to stay here and see if I can't help solve these bothersome puzzles.
I see. Well, thanks for your help. Now then, do you mind if I ask you a few things, Iris?
No, not at all.
This door. When I was here earlier, there's only one lock, but now there's 5 of them.
Those chains, it's almost as if they're guarding something inside that cavern. I've never seen locks quite like these before.
I have. I've seen locks and chains just like these before. They look just like the ones that guard a person's secrets during a psyche lock. I wonder if these locks are guarding something too. Dark secrets in a dark cavern. Why did you make a run for it, Iris?
I'm sorry. I heard the inner temple had been severely shaken by the strong earthquake we had. I was so worried. I just had to come and see. In other words, you didn't run away to escape the law. At least we're clear on that. I can't tell you how relieved I was when I saw the sacred cavern was alright, but... But what? Then I saw these chains here. I saw all these extra locks that someone had put on the sacred cavern's door, and... Who in the world would do something like this? These trick locks are a sacred treasure of the Curian tradition. There are hundreds of ways to set them. That's why only the person who set the lock can open it. And you are the one who set these locks.
I don't think it's that simple, Franziska von Karma. When we were here the first time, there was only one lock. But now, somehow, there's 5 of them.
What does that mean?
It means that someone wanted to secure the place even more. And they wanted to secure it before you got here, Iris. Presumably because they wanted to make sure Maya couldn't get out. This means that Iris can only open one of these locks, the first one.
Yes, that's correct.
What? Iris, try to think, please. Isn't there any way around this?
Well, like I said, there are hundreds of different ways to set these locks. I suppose if I went through every combination with each one, I could remove them. But it will take time, won't it? Yes, about a day if I had to guess.
A whole day?
Well, that's better than leaving the locks in place. Will you do this for us? Sure, I'll do whatever I can.
We've got to wait another day? Hang in there, Maya. You're going to have to call on your inner strength now. Maybe summon Mia to... not, think about it. You know what, Iris? There's still one thing I don't quite get.
And what might that be, Phoenix Wright?
I think it's obvious. Iris, on the night of the murder, where were you? Please, Iris, don't give me that look. You told us that you were in your room at Hosakor Temple at the time of the incident, but you were seen that same evening at the inner temple.